Hi everyone, we are discussing now chapter 2 linear equations in one variable, right? Yes. From the last two classes we had learnt how to find the solution of the linear equation having one side expression and other side is just a number, and also having both the sides expressions, right? You know how to find the solution for the given equation. Today we are going to study some applications problem based on that. Okay, before that, let us recall what we had learned from the last year. I think you remember simple equation chapter, right? Yes. In simple equations, you know how to make a statement from the equation, and you also know that how to form an equation from the statement, right? So we are going to study application based problems. That is, we are going to form an equation from the statement. So how will you do that? Yes. First, I'll give you one statement just to try to find the equation for that, and from that equation you have to find the solution. That is, what is the unknown variable in that equation? Find the solution for that. First, sum of two numbers is 30. It is given sum of two numbers is 30. And the next condition is one of the number is twice the other. See here, sum of two numbers is 30. That is, sum means addition. So sum of two numbers is 30. If you add two numbers, you should get 30. Yes. One of the number is twice the other. Twice means two times. Twice means two times. So one of the number is twice the other. And what you have to find? What is the unknown here? The number. So find the number. You have to find the number. Question is, first understand the question, children. Sum of two numbers is 30. If you add two numbers, you should get 30. And one of the number is twice the other. One number is twice the other. Find the number. You have to find the unknown variable here. That is, your unknown is number. You have to find the unknown. So how will you do this? Sum of two numbers. So how will you solve this problem? First, you have to form an equation from this statement. So let us take the number be x. Let the number be x. Right? You need two numbers, right? We need two numbers. So we took one number as x. So let us take the another number be y. Another number be y. Yes. One number is x and the another number is be y. Sum of two numbers is 30. So from the question you can write, from the question, x plus y is equal to 30. Am I right? Because it is given sum of two numbers is 30. So what is your two numbers? One number is x and the other one is y. So sum means addition. So x plus y is equal to 30. We got x plus y is equal to 30. But what is our chapter here? Linear equation in one variable. That is, your equation should have only one variable. So how will you do this? I need only one variable, but here I have got two. So how will you change it to a one variable? So check the second condition. One of the number is twice the other. So one number is twice the other. So let us take one number, that is second number. I am going to take, you can take either x or y. So if you take x, that is x is equal to 2 times y, or if you take y, then it is 2x. One of the number is y. S means equal to twice the other. So 2 times, twice means I told you 2 times. So 2 times the other. So what is your y now? Yes, y is here 2x. So you can take this as x plus y is equal to equation 1 and y is equal to 2x is your equation 2. Now what you can do this, I need only one variable here but I have two variables, x plus y is equal to 30 and we got y is equal to 2x. From the question we got these two equations. So how will you change it to a single variable? I am going to substitute the value of y in the first equation. So you can substitute y is equal to 2x in equation 1, right? Your equation 1 is x plus y is equal to 30. So in place of y, I can write 2x. So you will get x plus 2x is equal to 30. Now you got the variable equation in single variable s. So x plus, what is the coefficient of x? 1. What is your symbol for x? Plus. So plus 1 plus 2. Symbols are same. So you will add it and put the greater number symbol. Plus 3x is equal to 30. Now check what is your x and 3. Here x and 3 are in multiplication. So when it goes another side, division. So x will be 30 by 3, 1 time, 10 times. So what is your value? X is equal to 10 is your answer. Yes, you got the answer now. Solution for this variable x, you got the number. Find the number. Number is your 10. How will you check whether your answer is correct or not? Just go and substitute the value of x in this equation. You will get the, if you got 30, then your answer is correct. Before that, we had to find the y value also. So let us find the y. What is your y? Y is 2x. So 2 into 10, which is equal to 20. We got the y value 20. So how will you check whether your answer is correct or not? We have the equation x plus y is equal to 30. Substitute the value of x and y. X value is 10 and y value is 20. Am I right? So you got 30, which is your LHS and RHS both are equal. Then your solution is correct. Let's see few more examples based on this application problems. Next example problem, second example is the perimeter. It is from your textbook. Children, you can please take your textbook, example problem, page number 25, example 6. It is given, statement is given, so I will tell you how to solve this problem. The perimeter of a rectangle is 13 centimeter. This is your example and its width is 3 by 4 centimeter. Find its length. You have to find the length. So how will you do this? It is given perimeter of a rectangle is 13 and width is given. Width is nothing but breadth. Breadth is given 3 by 4 centimeter. You have to find the another dimension. What are the dimensions you have in rectangle? You know, right? Length and breadth. Here length you have to find out and breadth is given. Breadth is 3 by 4 centimeter. Mixed fraction. And perimeter is given 13 centimeter. So how will you do this? First we know perimeter of the rectangle is 2 into L plus B. Let us take L is nothing but length and breadth is B. So let us take length. Let length be x and breadth be y. So I took two variables, length be x and breadth be y, and perimeter is given 2 into L plus B is nothing but 13 centimeter. It is given in the question already. Perimeter of a rectangle is 13 centimeter. We know that the perimeter of a rectangular formula is 2 into L plus B. So 2 into L plus B is equal to 13 centimeter. Length is x and breadth is y. Next, it is given width. Width means breadth. Breadth is what? 2, 3 by 4. So breadth, it is given breadth is equal to y is equal to 2, 3 by 4. Right? So 2, 3 by 4. You know how to change mixed to improper. 2 4s are 8. You will multiply this and add it with 3. 2 4s are 8. 8 plus 3, 11. 11 by 4 centimeter is your breadth. Now we got the breadth and perimeter is 13. Perimeter you can write it 2 into. So you write perimeter is 2 into L plus B. But what is your length? L x plus what is your breadth? Y. It's nothing but 13 s. But we got the breadth value. It is also, sorry, we didn't get the value. It is already there in the question. What is your y value? 11 by 4. Breadth value is 11 by 4. Now you got the equation single variable s. So children, listen here. Once again I will tell you how to get the equation from the statement. Perimeter of a rectangle is given. Perimeter of the rectangle is 2 into, you know that the formula, 2 into L plus B. 2 into L plus B, it is given 13 centimeter. Let us take length be x and breadth be y. You can take as it is L and B also, no problem in that. You just need one variable, that is one alphabet. So you can take it either x and y or L and B also. So length as x and breadth be y. And it is given width is 2, 3 by 4 centimeter. Width is nothing but breadth. So breadth is, what is your breadth here? Y. So breadth is equal to y is equal to 2, 3 by 4. What I am going to do, this is in mixed fraction. So change it to improper. So 2 into 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 by 4 centimeter. You got right? So we got the breadth and it is given in the question, and perimeter of the rectangle is 13 centimeter. So now write the formula. Perimeter is equal to 2 into, what is your length? X. What is your breadth? Y is equal to 13. But we know the value of y. What is your y? Breadth. So breadth is 11 by 4 is equal to 13. Now you can solve this. This 2 is in multiplication, common. So you can take it to the right hand side. When it goes here, division. Got it? Now what you will do, you need the x value. So how will you get the x value? This 11 by 4 is an addition with x. So 11 by 4, when it goes to the right hand side, minus 11 by 4. Got it? So x is equal to 13 by 2 minus 11 by 4. So what you will do? You have two fractions and they are in subtraction. So take the LCM or cross multiplication, which is easy. You can prefer that. So 13 into 4, or you can take the LCM also. 13 into 4. What is your 13 into 4? Just cross multiply this. 13 into 4. 3 4s are 12. 1 4s are 4. 5. So what is your 13 into 4 is? 52. Minus. Then 2 into 11. 2 into 11 is 22. 22 divided by, what is your denominator? Just multiply. 2 into 4 is 8. So x is equal to, symbol, just check the symbol first. 52 symbol is, if there is no symbol, consider it as plus. So plus 52 minus 22, symbols are different, so subtract it and put the greater number symbol. When you subtract this 52 and 22, you will get 30, right? And greater number symbol is plus. Your greater number is 52 and 52 symbol is plus. So 30 divided by 8. You got the fraction now? 30 divided by 8. So let us check. Can you cancel this 30 and 8? Yes, in two table. 4 2s are 8 and 30, when you cancel, you will get 15. So your answer for the x is 15 by 4. How will you check whether your answer is correct or not? Just substitute the value of x in this equation. If it is right, if you are getting 13, then your answer is correct. You can solve this. You can do the checking by yourself, children. Then next problem, a third example, the present age of Sahil's mother. Age problem. The present age of Sahil's mother is 3 times the present age of Sahil. So let the present age be, let the present age of Sahil is equal to x years. Since it is a age problem, so you have to write the units as years. So let the present age of Sahil be x years. See, read the question once again. The present age of Sahil's mother. The present age of Sahil's mother is 3 times the present age of Sahil. After 5 years, that is after 5 years from now, their ages will add to the 66. Find the present ages. So how will you find? Let the present age of Sahil be x years. So what will be the Sahil's mother's present age? Present age of Sahil's mother. So what will be the mother's present age? It is given 3 times the Sahil's age. So mother's age will be, got it? Next, after 5 years. So write it after 5 years. After 5 years, their ages will add to 66. After 5 years, what will be the ages? First write what will be the ages for both mother and the son. So for Sahil, after 5 years, Sahil's age will be x plus 5, right? See, here Sahil's present age is what? X. So what will be the after 5 years? X plus 5. X plus 5 years. Always write the units. Next, what will be the mother's age after 5 years? So Sahil's mother's age after 5 years. Sahil's mother's age. Sahil's mother's age be after 5 years is 3x plus 5 years. Right? So, first let us take the Sahil's age be x. And the present age of Sahil's mother, it is given 3 times the present age of Sahil. So 3x. After 5 years, what will be the ages of Sahil and Sahil's mother? Sahil's age will be x plus 5 and Sahil's mother age will be 3x plus 5. And it is given after 5 years, that is after 5 years, their ages add to 66. What is their ages after 5 years? X plus 5 and 3x plus 5. It is given after 5 years, their ages will add. So, add to 66. Now, you got the equation? Yes. After 5 years, their ages will add to 66. Now remove the brackets first. So x plus 5 plus 3x plus 5, because everything is in positive sign, just remove the brackets and write it everything as it is. So x plus 5 plus 3x plus 5. What is the coefficient of x? 1. If there is no coefficient, put 1, right? So 1x, I am going to add the variables first. 1x plus 3x is 4x. Next, 5 plus 5 is 10. You will add only the like terms. That is, you have x term 2. So you will add the x term first, then constant. So 4x plus 10 is equal to 66. 4x is equal to 66, and this plus 10, when it goes to the right hand side, minus 10. So 56. 4x by 56. Right? So x is equal to 4 and x is in multiplication. So 56 divided by 4. You can cancel in 4 table, or you can reduce it to the simplest form, 2 table also. So 2 times 4 you will get in 2 table 2 times, and here 2 2s are 4, 28. And again if I cancel this 2 and 28, you will get 14. So what will be what is your x here actually? Your x is percentage of Sahil. You got the percentage of Sahil? Yes. Yeah, Sahil's age is 14 years. Then what will be the mother's age? Just multiply this with x with 3, you will get the mother's age. Now you got the percentages of Sahil and Sahil's mother? Yes. Then check it. If the answers, substitute here. If you are getting 66, then your answer is correct. This is your equation, final equation. If you substitute 14 here, 4 into 14 plus 10. 4 into 14 is 56. 56 plus 10 is 66. You got the RHS, that is right hand side. This is how you will solve the problems. Next we are going to do some exercise problems. In that exercise problems, I will tell you how to, from the statement I will help you how to get the equation, and equation you have to find the solution for that equation. Got it? Children, you will be doing the problems by yourself. Just I will help you how to get the solution, not the solution, just the equation from the statement. So let us see exercise problems. Next exercise number 2.2. First problem, if you subtract half from a number and multiply the result by 1 by 2, you get 1 by 8. What is the number? So how will you do this? I'll explain. I'll tell you how to get the equation from the statement. So page number 28, exercise 2.2. If you subtract, first problem, if you subtract half from a number and multiply the result by 1 by 2, you get 1 by 8. So what is the number? If you subtract means minus symbol. If you subtract 1 by 2 from a number, so if you subtract 1 by 2 from a number, I am going to subtract the number 1 by 2 from the another number. It is given subtracting 1 by 2 from the number. Don't write 1 by 2 minus x. It is wrong. If you are writing 1 by 2 minus x, then it is wrong. Our statement is subtracting 1 by 2 from x, from a number. It is not given subtracting number from 1 by 2. Got it? You have to subtract 1 by 2 from a number, right? And multiply the result. So this is not the equation. It is given subtracting 1 by 2 from the number and multiply the result by 1 by 2, right? You get 1 by 8, right? See, it is given if you subtract 1 by 2 from a number and multiply the result, that is, after solving this, multiply the result with 1 by 2, you will get 1 by 8. So what you will do? First, multiply this 1 by 2 is common for both x and 1 by 2. So multiply inside the brackets, then you got one variable, you have one variable here, take all the constant to the right hand side. Whatever calculations you can perform, you can do it in that manner. That is operations, whatever operations, addition or subtraction or multiplication or division. Do it, finally you will get the x value. If you want, I will do this problem, only single problem I will explain you. Just multiply inside the brackets. 1 by 2 into x is 1 by 2, right? 1 by 2 x minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 is 1 by 4. 1 into 1 is 1, 2 into 2 is 4. I am multiplying 1 by 2 inside the brackets. So 1 by 2 into x is 1 by 2x minus 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 8. So 1 by 2x is equal to, here you have the constant 1 by 4. So you can take it to the right hand side. So plus 1 by 4. Now you can cross multiply this, right? So 1 into 4 is 4 plus 8 into 1 is 8 divided by 8 4s are 32. And you have 1 by 2x here. So 1 by 2x, 8 plus 4 is 12 by 32. And you can take this to denominator 2 to the right hand side. 12 by 32. Denominator, when it goes here, division, it becomes multiplication. So 16 times 1 time. You can write in fraction and cancel the numerator and denominator. So 16 and 8. 6 times 8 times. You got 12 and 16, cancel in 2 tables, 6 times 8 times. Again 2 tables, 3 times, 4 times. So what will be the x value? When you solve this, you will get x value 3 by 4. Right? Yes. Next, second problem. Perimeter of the rectangular swimming pool is 154 meter. Its length is 2 more than twice its breadth. What are the length and breadth of the pool? You have to find the dimensions of the rectangular pool. So how will you find? It is given perimeter is 154 and length is 2 more than twice its breadth. So how will you do this? I'll tell you how to write form the equation from the statement. It is given perimeter is 154, right? So perimeter is equal to 2 into L plus B is equal to 154. Let us take length as x and breadth as y. So you got, it is given 2 into x plus y is equal to 154. And it is given the length is 2 meter more than twice its breadth. Length is, what is your length? Length is means equal to 2 more means plus 2 more than twice its breadth. What is your breadth? Y. So length is x, length is 2 more than twice its breadth. Twice means 2 times its breadth. Breadth is y. So what is your x value? Just you can take it as a equation 1. You can substitute here x value. So you will get, what is your, this you can take it as a star. So substitute equation 1 in star. I am going to substitute equation 1 in star. So 1 is x value, we got the x value 2 plus 2y. You understood, right, how you got this 2 plus 2y? It is given length is x. We took length as x. So x is 2 more than, more means plus addition sign. So 2 more than twice the breadth. So 2 times breadth. So I am going to multiply this, I am going to substitute this x value in this star. Yeah, x plus y. What is the x value now? 2 plus 2y. So 2 plus 2y plus you have already y here is equal to 154. How you got this 2 plus 2y? Instead of x, I am going to replace the value of x. What is the x value? 2 plus 2y. So you can add this. Coefficient of y is 1. And 2 plus 2y plus 3y is 2 plus 3y. Right? And 2 you have in the brackets is equal to 154. And what you can do, either you can multiply inside the brackets or you can take this 2 to the denominator. I am going to multiply this because 2 is common for both 2 and 3. So 2 into 2 is 4 plus 2 into 3 is 6y. So you got the equation now? Yeah, this one you can take it as a second equation and solve this. Find the y value. What is your y here? Breadth, right? This is your breadth. And after getting the y value, you have to substitute here in equation 1. Then you will get the x value. What is your x? Length. I think you got the point. Next problem, third problem. The base of an isosceles triangle is 4 by 3 centimeter. The perimeter of the triangle is 4 2 by 15 centimeter. What is the length of either of the remaining equal sides? Do you remember isosceles triangle? Yes, two sides are equal. So how will you do this? So let us take the isosceles triangle, and it is given question number 3, isosceles triangle. Draw the isosceles triangle and let us take the base of an isosceles triangle. What is your base here? 4 by 3. It is given 4 by 3 centimeter. The perimeter of the triangle is 4 2 by 15 centimeter. What is the length of the? You have to find the remaining equal sides. That is, you have to find these two sides. And let us take this as x. So if this is x, what will be this? The another side is also x. Why? Because an isosceles triangle property is these two sides are equal. So you have the base here already, and you have to find these two sides. And it is given perimeter. Perimeter is nothing but adding all the boundaries. So x plus 4 by 3, and it is given here perimeter of the triangle is 4 2 by 15. Yes, it is given in the question perimeter of the triangle is 4 2 by 15 and 3 sides are there, x and 4 by 3. Two sides are x. So coefficient of x is 1. So 2x plus 4 by 3. This mixed fraction you can change it to improper 4 into 15. 4 into 15 is 60. 60 plus 2 is 62 divided by 15. So improper, when you change it to mixed, you can change it to improper, then is equal to 2x plus 4 by 3. After you got the equation, now your unknown variable is x. From this you can find the solution of x by solving this equation, and you can write the value of x, that is the length of the other two sides. You can do it, right? Next problem, sum of two numbers is 95. If one exceeds the other by 15, find the numbers. So how will you do? Sum of two numbers is 95. If you add two numbers, the answer is given 95. Sum of two numbers is 95. One exceeds the other by 15. Fourth problem, sum of two numbers. Two numbers is 95. So you can take two numbers as x and y, right? Sum of two numbers is 95 and one exceeds the other by 15. So you can either take x or y. So let us take one exceeds the other by 15. That is, y is x plus 15, or you can take x is equal to y plus 15 also. Any one you can take it. So it is given sum of two numbers is 95 and it is given one exceeds the other by 15. So I took y is x plus 15. I am going to substitute this x value here in place of y. In star, substitute 1 in star, you will get substitute 1 in star. So x, write it as it is. In place of y, you can substitute this y value. Coefficient of x is 1. So you got the equation? Yes. your unknown variable is x. Find the solution for this unknown variable. Next problem, fifth problem. Two numbers are in the ratio 5:3. If they differ by 18, what are the numbers? It is given ratio is 5:3 and they differ in the ratio by 18. What are the numbers? Two numbers are in the ratio is 5:3. Ratio is 5:3. That is, they are in the multiplication of 5. The numbers are in the multiplication of 5 and 3. So let us take the number B. Let number NO dot means number B x. So you will have the numbers differ means difference, that is minus. So 5x minus 3x is equal to 18. So 2x is equal to 18. Now you know how to, you have the expression on one side and the other side is a number. Find the x value. Next, sixth problem. 3 consecutive integers add up to 51. What are these integers? See, it is given 3 consecutive integers. Consecutive means what? I think you had come across the word consecutive. Consecutive means continuous. 3 continuous integers. 3 consecutive integers. 3 consecutive integers add up to 51. It is given 3 consecutive integers add up to 51. What are these integers? So let us take the first integer as, let the first integer be x. So if x is the first integer, what will be the second integer? What is 1 after 1? After 1 is 2. After 2 it is 3. After 3 it is 4, right? So if first integer is x, how will you write this? After 1 it is 2 and after 2 it is 3. You will add 1 to the previous number, that is the successor. From 1 you will add 1 to the previous number, you will get the successor. So consecutive means continuous. So I need, if 3 continuous integers, not the number, it is an integer. So it can be negative or it can be a positive values also, including 0. So 3 consecutive integers add up to 51. So if first integer be x, so what will be the second integer? Obviously it is x plus 1. That is continuous number. So if 1 is x, next is x plus 1. Then what will be the next? X plus 1, which is nothing but x plus 2, right? Yes. If the first integer be x, next is x plus 1. You will add the, means you will write the successor of x. Successor of x is x plus 1. Next, successor of x plus 1 is x plus 1 plus 1, which is nothing but x plus 2. So these are your 3 integers and it is given consecutive 3 integers. First is x, second is x plus 1 and the third is x plus 2. This is your first integer, this is your second integer and this is your third integer. These 3 integers when you add, you will get 51. Write the coefficient of x. If you write the coefficient of x, what happens? 1x plus 1x plus 1x is 3x. And add the constant. 1 plus 2 is 3. Now you got the expression on one side and the other side is just a number. Find the x value. Got it? And you can check it. How will you check whether your answer is correct or not? At last you will get the x value, right? You got the x value and find the x plus 1. Find x plus 2. Add all these numbers. You will get 51. Got it? Children, that's all for today. Meet you in the next class. Bye.